up, everybody, and welcome back to the one, the only, the WyoOriginal podcast. We're back again. Your host is me, Jared.
Angel Maldonado.
Dominic Syracuse.
And Johnny.
And today we're also joined by a very, very, very special guest that I will let Dom introduce. He has a very good relationship with. Why don't you introduce our guest?
All right. I am so excited to introduce to the studio the blending of two amazing worlds from 93.7 KAZY, the wonderful voice on the radio, the even more wonderful human being in person. Everybody give it up for JJ in the house. Yeah. Got the applause. JJ, what's good?
I am so excited to be here, guys. Thank you so much for inviting me. This has already been so much fun. I'm having a great time.
You as well.
Yeah, I gotta tell this funny story. So I was calling. So we work together all the time on different projects around town, and we'll be talking about that in just a bit. But I was talking, and I was like, man, we really got to get you on the podcast. And she goes, I've been waiting for you to ask me that. I didn't want to come right out and say it, but I've been waiting, And I was like, yeah, we could use a little feminine energy on this podcast. You know what I mean? With the original name was Sausage Fest. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
Well,
if we let Johnny name it, that's exactly what we thought.
I would expect that from Johnny all day, no questions.
Absolutely. Johnny, I got the perfect name.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool because I do know JJ as well, and we wasn't gonna do a podcast, but we was gonna have our own radio show called the Presidential Hour during the time of COVID. But it was like right before we signed contracts. We were gonna have our own show on the radio station.
No way, was that on KZ?
I swear, like everything. It was. We sat down, we talked, and I came up with the name Presidential Hour. Yeah. And we worked it out. We signed contracts, and then because of COVID,
I think it was honestly, within 3 to 5 days after we signed everything and we're ready to rock and roll, COVID hit.
So you guys called COVID. We got it.
No. She was just like, Angel, there's no obligations. We're not holding this contract. COVID just ruined everything. But yeah, we were gonna have the Presidential Hour. But look, now we got WyoOriginal.
That would have been dope, though.
Yeah.
Now we got WyoOriginal.
And that is now going to be the name of this episode.
Presidential Hour.
We have the Presidential Hour with JJ. I got to say, if you haven't listened to 93.7 KZ, listen to it, because JJ's fantastic on the radio. Funny story, before JJ was the radio DJ, I was the radio DJ over at 93.7, and I was terrible. Let me tell you how terrible I was. It's a true story. I don't know if I've ever told you this. When I first started at the radio, they saw me host an event, and they're like, "You're really good with talking, so you should." That worked. Yeah, and they're like, "You should do this radio thing," and I'm like, "Yeah, I definitely want to do it." And they're like, "Have you done radio before?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all the time." I've never done it in my life, so I thought it was just gonna be me getting up here and talking like what we do. Right. They used to make me program back in the day. So I had to program the songs, and I had to program the commercials, and I had to do all that stuff. And we had to take calls off the air in case anybody swore or anything. They still do that?
No, because it is too much of a liability. In all honesty, they don't like me to go live anymore either, because I am a liability. So no, we just skip that.
Yeah, see, that's amazing. What we used to do is we used to take the calls during the songs. Nice. Right? So then I would take the calls, and then I could filter it and edit if I need. I didn't know how to run any board. Right. So what ended up happening was people would call in and be like, "Hey, just so you know, half of a conversation just played over Metallica for 5 minutes. And all you heard was me, and this is me on the other end, is just going, yeah, and it was so bad.
They thought he was ad-libbing.
Yeah, exactly. They think all of a sudden I'm like the DJ Khaled of heavy metal. It's like, exit light. Yes, indeed. It was bad. So the station is so much better with you on it, Jay.
Thank you. I think that that's a lie, but I appreciate it. Thank
No,
you.
so big thing that we want to talk about. WyOriginal is all about what's going on in the community, what's happening in Cheyenne, and guess what? You know it from the 80-degree weather outside. Summer is here, and summer in Cheyenne means Friday nights on the Plaza.
Officially.
Yes, we're ready to go now. I don't know if you know this, but they have a very, very special person hosting and emceeing every night.
Who?
Friday nights on the Plaza.
Who would that be?
And that's JJ!
Let's go. So, not only for the radio,
That's right.
but every Friday,
Friday
at the
nights.
Depot,
Yes.
we also
You get me every Friday
Get
night, and
the
not
MC.
even every Friday night, but during CFD, we have one on like Friday night and Saturday night, or we have one.
nice.
I mean, it's broke up. We have a whole schedule here.
So
to
you're
talk
doing
about.
CFD as well?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's amazing.
we
So
go.
let's get into that because I don't know. I swear I know one act playing Friday night. Fridays on the Plaza. I only know
That
one.
30
I only know 303 is coming.
yeah, right?
But apparently you just told me there's like a whole some really sick.
Yeah.
So who do we got?
So we're gonna start off this Friday with Welshly. You're gonna fix this. Welshly Arms with Electric Animals. So we're super excited for this. So it's our very first night out, and it's gonna be me and my good buddy Jacob Roth from 103.3 The Range.
Nice.
So
Nice.
Kebab.
I know that's my kebab. And then I am super excited for next week, and I think you guys will get behind this too. Saliva is coming.
Yeah.
Holy Hannah.
Yeah, Saliva. That's like that. Okay, Saliva. For those who don't know, that band like was my 8th grade metal days. Picture me, same size as I am now.
I can see it.
Okay, yeah, there it is. Only I had like the spiked gel hair, like that you could rest stuff on, like it was so spiked in the air, and I wore like all black, and I had like my metal angst. Saliva was like the band that we listened to.
Like some click, click, boom all
Yeah,
day.
click, click, boom. That they're
I
so
know that
sick.
song.
Yeah.
I know that song. All right, okay.
So they're coming. That's gonna be amazing. That's not. So this episode will air the first Friday for Friday Nights on the Plaza.
Exactly.
So then Saliva's gonna be the week after, and then who do we got?
And then we have Tyler Bryant and the Shakedown with Crooked Jacks.
Okay.
The week after that, Fastball. You remember Fastball?
Fastball.
Yes. I am not going to sing for you
Okay,
right now.
I am.
But you know.
I want to say Dom will. Dom
It's,
absolutely
you know
will.
they got
I'm going to
like everyone can see the road that they walk on is paved in gold. Yeah,
That
those
is
guys. I love that band.
Okay.
I am super excited. Like, there is some pretty. Cheyenne Presents really went above and beyond this year. Like, they are doing huge things. I am so excited.
I'm in all of them. Like this, I'm there for all of it so far.
So that's the June lineup.
Yes.
pretty much June.
Well,
That's
hold
June.
on. We got one more here
Got
in
one
June
more
then
for
too.
June? Okay,
Yeah. Then we
cool,
got
cool.
Swayze with DJ Channel.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I like that guy.
Yeah. Swayze's good too. That's
Yeah. So huge things going on for June.
Right.
And
that's
then we-
big in like the college circuit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
that's just,
I know, so I'm
that's
really-
the warm up.
What?
June is our warm up. Then that's just the warm up.
Yeah, that's
Still
just the
got a long way
appetizer.
to go.
Yeah.
We got a long
Yeah.
way to go.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty good so far.
And then we start in July. I don't know. You guys are gonna have to like edit some of that.
Yeah, no, we will. I got you.
All right.
I got you.
I don't know. Like Sam Tennis. I don't know. With Real
Sam-
Deal Music.
Sam Tennis?
What day is that
Sam
on?
Tenez
Tenez?
with
Oh,
Real
Sam
Deal
Tenez.
News. Sam
Yeah.
Tenez.
Yeah. Not Sam Tennis.
Not
Sam
Tennis.
Sam Tennis is he works at a factory. I'm just kidding.
I think he teaches tennis at the country
Yeah,
club.
exactly.
Right. The good thing
that's
is
Sam
I
Tennis.
told them I will get up on stage and I will announce anyone, but you have to help me.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
pronounce
yeah.
these
Give me
names.
names.
Yeah.
I'm ridiculously white, and I apologize for that.
Well, I'm
I
right here
don't
if
know.
you need any help. I'm not the best either, but I can
My
help
dear,
you
but
out.
some of these names, I'm just like, what is this? But it's sure to be amazing.
There you go.
After that, we've got 303.
303 is going to be huge.
That's exciting.
Whoa.
So excited. And then we've got, what is this? Iaz?
Young.
Iaz?
So I asked from the Young Cali Swag District,
Thank
and
you.
everybody knows who the Young Cali Swag District is because Swag Surfing came out. and literally took over for like 2000.
What is that big song?
Swag surfing.
Swag surfing.
How does it go?
Man, I got that swag.
No, there's a different one.
No way.
And I cannot remember what it is to say, like, to save my life.
What July 21st? They have a.
I'm pretty sure that's
What's
I'm sure that's it.
Cali Swag District.
Yeah, we have one on the 21st.
But there was another. I can't recall.
Like I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to be singing there like I know the words. I don't know the words, but it's going to be all right. It's going to be fine.
It's okay.
After that, we've got Tris Munsick. That is a huge thing. He's a Wyoming boy.
Really?
Tris is
a WyOriginal.
A WyOriginal right there.
Love it.
Ian, his brother Ian, is doing huge things in the country world, so we're super excited to have Tris coming. After that, we got Boogie Machine with the 67
classic, always
a classic. That's always a classic.
Boogie Machine. It's like really fun. It's like doesn't matter when you put Boogie Machine on anything, and it always sells. There's always 400 people in fake afros in the big. Like 70s, in the middle of summer. Yeah. Like,
it's so ridiculously hot.
It's going to be a vibe.
Yeah.
It's going to be a vibe.
Be sick.
Yeah. After that one, guys, I'm excited for Los Lonely Boys.
No
you remember
way.
That? Yeah.
Yo, I'm a huge Los Lonely Boys fan, man. That's
the How Far Is Heaven song?
Yeah, How Far Is Heaven? Oh, man.
I know.
So Dom's going to be there every weekend so far.
Listen, it's going to be, okay, this whole episode is going to be Dom karaoke of me just going, and I like this song, and I like this song.
That's pretty much KAZY on a daily basis, and it's like all JJ all the time. It's just what I like.
That's your July.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's July.
That's July.
I can't believe Los Lonely Boy.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Coming up in August, we got Zella Day.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a pretty big deal. Yep. My daughter knew who this was.
I was gonna say, like that's a name I know from my kids.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Big Mountain with Josh Gonzalez band.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Earth, Wind, and Fire is who?
Josh Gonzalez.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yes.
I don't know.
No, Earth, Wind, and Fire ain't gonna be there.
No,
Johnny,
I'm sorry, buddy.
Don't worry. It's not that nobody's listening to this show. Like it won't ever happen. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like somebody might help.
Just to be clear, if it wasn't the most popular funk band of all time, Earth, Wind, and Fire would be a really good way to describe Cheyenne in the summer.
That's accurate.
No,
just
Rick James and all that.
Wait. We gotta pause real quick. We gotta pause and give Gonzo some love. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, because man, that dude, man.
Yeah. So Josh Gonzalez, WyOriginal.
Very tough.
This dude is one of the sickest musicians. He's an amazing guitar player. He's an amazing singer. He's also one of the nicest, coolest, most genuine dudes that you're ever going to meet.
I will agree.
Right?
Seriously.
Gonzo's the best. And his band is awesome. First of all, the drummer, Zach's amazing. And his dad plays bass for him. Oh, and his dad is like the guy who taught him how to play.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, his dad's the one who taught him how to play music. And so his dad plays bass, and his dad is sick. I mean, he'll like rip it up. Gonzo's an amazing player. But the thing is, like, Gonzo is always there, not only for any great event, but like anytime you bring in anybody that's going to be like a jam band or a reggae band or something like that.
Facts.
Josh Gonzalez band, they're just the perfect people to open up for that.
Back to what you said, genuine. Yeah, he's got that vibe. You know, he's came in the shop a couple times. I've met him a few times, and he's just got a really good personality about him. I like that guy.
I like it.
Really good.
He's so good. In fact, my favorite thing Josh Gonzalez band does, come to the show just for this, and I'm requesting this right now, Gonzo. So he's got this microphone that changes pitch. So it can make your voice go really high, or it can go really low like Barry White, or it could do a bunch of stuff in between. And it can do auto-tune. It's a pink microphone. And he does an acoustic reggae cover of Bartender by
T-Pain.
T-Pain.
What?
And he like modulates the vocals as he does it, you know? Nice. So he's like just like T-Pain with the auto-tune.
I gotta hear it.
And he'll do like a reggae version of it, and it is it is amazing.
Well,
it's so good.
I'll be there just to hear that.
No, seriously,
I want to hear that.
He got that vibe. He got that vibe.
Yeah. And that's a WyOriginal right there.
WyOriginal.
So excited for all of this. And then August 18th.
Oh, Vontae Slated and
Thank you.
Pocketbook Profit
Thank
with
you.
No Love Gang and
that's
DJ
all
Full-
fam there.
Oh, wait,
that's
hold up.
all fam there. So that's
Love
going to be
Gang,
huge.
No Love Gang and DJ 45.
That's going to be huge. That's going to be huge.
Let's go.
That's gonna be a huge
That's
one.
honestly
That's all local.
I was waiting because I heard there's gonna be a lot of locals. This
Right,
year.
that's all.
I don't see some of them on here that said they got some gigs. So are they opening for some of these guys?
It very well could be.
Because I heard there's a lot more locals that I don't see on the space. So
Yeah.
this must be the main acts, right?
I think we're gonna find out as we go. Honestly,
Cool, because some other guys that have come in the shop said that they're opening.
yeah, I've heard
having
that
a
as
set.
well.
Some local WyOriginals, and if they're not, there's just a lot of local talent.
Absolutely.
Out here.
Yeah. So that's and that's huge, and we talked about Pocketbook Profit on the last podcast. So that's a big one for us. WyoOriginal always has he has our support. So looking forward to that one. Absolutely.
And see, look at them. Like first they're opening up for Ice Cube, Vontae, and Pocketbook.
They stay relevant.
Now they got their own gig. Friday nights at the Plaza, their own night. That's fantastic. And it's hip hop. It's local hip hop in Cheyenne. Seriously, like when I was growing up in this town, if you were to ever say the words like local hip hop and a show with 1,000 people, those would have never been uttered in the same sentence.
I mean,
so
but
things
honestly,
are going great.
Even if this is just a main act list, I feel like they deserve that.
Oh yeah.
Like honestly, you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
All the work they've put in, Vontae's been into music for a while. I remember when I did a show out here, the Wild West Fest. You know what I mean? And I had all the locals. Even had Trev Rich from Denver come up out here. I've been working with a lot of this young talent, and for them to have done the Sugar Hill, to follow Ice Cube, and now to get the main stage in the Depot, congratulations to these guys.
Yeah.
I feel like they've been putting in the work. He's got a studio open, so congratulations to them for putting in the work and showing these young guys that you can get it done.
You absolutely can, yeah. And then we're gonna finish off Fridays on the Plaza with Jalen Crossland.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that's it, the bluegrassy kind of stuff.
Not really my thing, but I'll be there.
Listen, it's all
I'll
good.
support.
The fact that Cheyenne is getting more official by the year
Oh yeah.
doing this, great work to the city for putting this together. A lot of people are really interested in these Friday nights.
I honestly, and I think we talked about this like a few podcasts ago, but the diversity of the acts, it used to be, one country road line to get to the music here.
Definitely.
But now, now you got some turns and you got some diversity, you got some rock, you got some hip hop, you got some R&B, and I think because we have such an eclectic group, especially with the Air Force Base here being here, you have so many people that's coming in and have different variety of music. Even Colorado, CFD, we bring in so many people from Colorado. So the fact that we have that's a diverse listing that she called
great.
out there.
It really is.
So it's a little bit of everything for everybody, even the kids, so.
Well, and the best of everything is it's free. Absolutely. Where
Right?
else are you gonna go to find this kind of entertainment, for free
YouTube.
Honestly,
in your living room? Yeah.
and
That's it.
honestly, the best part of it is I get to see it every Friday. They walk by the
That's right.
business. I get to see all
Right
the
outside.
life. You know what I'm saying?
Right outside. And
It's beautiful.
no, you're right. Like that is the coolest thing is that, we get this downtown festival every Friday night for the next 3 months. It's like bring the whole family, make it happen. And the fact that the city of Cheyenne's like, it really is a gift to the city, right? They're like, here you go. We're gonna get these great acts, and I'm looking forward to like the restraining order I get from Los Lonely Boys. Me just being like, let me play that I Ain't Got No Diamond song with you. I know it on my guitar. They're like, get that little lesbian girl out of here.
And also, we got shows to. We got plenty of shows to come for the whole summer. But I think we will get it in our itinerary to get all the sponsors that help make this happen.
Yes.
So we can highlight these sponsors that help make the city get this possibility to keep it going every year. Because a lot of sponsorship work is going into this.
Oh yeah,
as well, from our locals.
So who's I don't know if you know. If you don't, I don't want to put you on the spot. Who do you know the name of the talent acquisition who schedules these and gets these?
You know what? I don't.
Okay.
We could certainly find out who it is.
Absolutely.
I know that the girl Aaliyah that I'm dealing with the city, and Jason.
Jason is a great guy too.
Gosh, they work so hard at getting these people, and they actually have a whole team there. And forgive me because I'm forgetting names right now.
All good.
But there's a whole team working together to bring these kind of people in, and like you said, the complete diversity of all of this.
Absolutely.
it's huge. It's not just one person picking, this is what I like.
Well, we'll just make sure to shout out all those Cheyenne Presents. Wonderful lineup for this year, and I think it gets better and better every year. I already can't wait to see what you guys got planned for next year. So
also, I'm gonna just say this too. I know this takes a lot of work. So next year, definitely put WyoOriginal a part of this movement. Whether we can be live on set, we can help do anything we can to help the community with these events through the city. You know, WyoOriginal would love to be a part of
broadcasting,
to help it out, broadcasting, helping in any way, being live on a set, whatever. We definitely like the opportunity.
Broadcasting live from Friday Nights on the Plaza as Dom gets more and more drunk throughout
all
the
I
night.
need is a poncho just in case it gets wet. I'll be all right because I know it rains a lot, but it never stops the fun.
Oh. That's excellent. So let me ask you. I mean, when they approached you to be the MC Friday, what was that like? That sounds exciting.
Like, what? What? They're like, well, we've been listening. We listened to your show, and I'm like, what? And you're still
keep it
talking
real.
to me.
I think that's a humble answer.
Yeah,
that's a very humble answer because you got to be more ecstatic.
Whereas Jacob was sitting there going, "Finally!" I mean, come
that's
on.
Almost like it should have happened already. You know what I'm saying? That's a very humble answer.
We have been working so hard. KAZY is part of Appaloosa Broadcasting here in town, where we actually have the range and KRRR on board too. Myself, Jacob Roth, we work tirelessly for these stations, and it's starting to pay off, and it feels so good to see people noticing it and appreciate it. And it's amazing.
And listen, this show is all about like positivity and lifting each other up. So let's talk some shit. My kind of talking.
Well, let's start getting into the show now. Let's do it.
No. And this is a good thing. This is the good part of it. There's now a wonderful GM over there. Mm-hmm. I've met her a couple times, and she's just fantastic.
She has opened up the door for us to actually almost spread our wings and to be able to be part of these things. Where we were at previously.
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Our angry Italian.
So listen, I don't even. Okay, I teamed up.
Bait hook.
Yeah, I'll team up with KAZY on anything I can. So when we're doing like comedy shows, KAZY's the first place I go. When we're like, I'm pretty sure. When we did Bob Saget, he got a crush on JJ. I'm pretty sure.
Love with him.
It was so great. But it was mutual. But the thing is, so I always go there. Now the thing was whenever we team up on these exciting projects, I don't know what this guy's name is. It's not even important. There was just this curmudgeonly. This guy looked. First of all, this dude he had a big mustache. He was a big dude. He looked like if Mario ate Luigi. You know what I mean? Like he was just this big curmudgeon-y guy. And I never spoke to him. I don't know his name because I never spoke 3 words to him. And what he would do is every time he'd come in, be like, "We have a thing," and he would go and then shut the door. I never talked to him. And it was like there was like an angry dad in the room because JJ would always be like, "Okay, listen. I'll definitely put this on the air, but we can't tell him that we're doing this." Like, yeah, I don't know what his thing was, but the thing was, he just didn't like fun or joy. I don't know what his deal was, but
he liked lunch though.
He was a big fan of that. No, the thing is that then all of a sudden I come in and I meet the new GM, and what's her name? So the world knows. Kimberly is amazing. Mm-hmm. You're awesome. She's got these 2 poodles that she brings everywhere, and they're amazing. And then she's just down for all of it. She's like, "Let's do this. Hey, I saw you do this. We'd love to have you do this. Can we come be a part of this? Can we do that? Can we?" And I'm like, "Listen, that is exactly the attitude that you need in a growing city like what we're in." Nice. Because there's people, there's movers and shakers that are interested in making stuff happen. And for anybody who's like, "Well, I'm gonna be on the outside of it because I've got my own thing going on," great, you're not gonna be a part of any of this.
The outside's not fun,
right?
I'm having a great time on the inside.
Yeah.
The one thing I've noticed about Cheyenne, Wyoming period, if there's an idea and it's a good idea, you have about a split second to jump on it, or one or two things will happen. Either it'll be gone and no one will ever think about it again, or it'll close down or go out of business and you'll miss whatever opportunity that it was. So I don't know about the big pudgy Mario guy, but thank you, Kimberly.
Please.
Yes. Well, and while we're on that topic of great things happening, y'all are making like a non-profit and a 5K and a bunch of cool. So what's going on?
In the past, we have always been a big partner with military here in this town and taking care of our military, especially during the holidays. Some things happened last year, and we're like, you know what? Why don't we just make our own foundation?
Nice.
Why don't we do then what we need to do to help these guys and girls that desperately need our help? So we did. We actually, and we're actually going into a meeting here right after this. We
talk about being on board.
I know. We actually came up with the Rise Foundation of Wyoming. And you're going to get to go meet everyone. The Rise Foundation, so Rise stands for Resilience, Inspiration, Support, and Education. It is our plan to help every military member, active duty veterans, and their families. The families as well, you know, they go through some crap the same way that the people that are actually serving do. So we want to be there for them. We are actually putting together a 5K on the runway. We are taking advantage of...
Oh, you talking about like the airport?
On the airport runway, yes. Well, because if I'm not mistaken, for those...
What a way to run away.
We're not running away.
No, I mean like on a runway. What a way to run away. Like, that's nice. It's pretty good.
But real quick, because this is good for everybody to know, for those who aren't in the know.
Amazing.
This is important for you to know. The airport is shutting down.
Well, the airport is not shutting down. They're shutting down their commercial airstrip.
Oh, okay.
So the airport is still there. You can still go in and you can have Billy Jacks and you can go check out the art and stuff that they have in there. Nice. And you can actually book your flights for when the airport is back.
Oh, okay.
So it's a temporary thing.
It's temporary.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, I'm still fascinated that the run is on the runway.
It is. So we are
that's
taking
fire.
Yeah, we are taking advantage
and
of this
with
airstrip.
The military
Yep.
air guard right there too. So
how great is that?
That's fire, man. You got shout out to that. Give a round of applause to that. That's fire. I like that.
And Memorial Day. Hey man,
we just had that.
One swinging for the fence. All right.
Yeah.
Last week they had me at a barbecue for me. Well, not for me, but.
You did go on the base.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see the C-130s.
Yeah, JJ, I was about to say, with the exception. Well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know your background.
Out of club, out the plane and everything. I love all that.
They showed Johnny some love. He went out there and was on the C-130.
No,
Johnny, he got a flashback of being in the military.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that the three of you are all veterans?
Yeah,
like literally everybody at this table, aside from the two of us, have served in the military, right?
But look at that though, and me and JJ was just talking about this before about the meaning of WyoOriginal and why we did this, and for you guys being from here or whatnot or mainly here for a long time, the military has brought the rest of us here, and so that's why we want to take advantage and use everything that we have from other states or other communities, to help bring whether it's awareness or whether we acknowledge whatever it is that's going on in the community of Cheyenne. But again, live from Texas, Houston, New York, and Alabama. Wait, not Tuscaloosa. What is it? Huntsville.
I've been picked like cotton. I'm from Alabama.
Yikes. All right.
So, hang on, Johnny, what branch did you serve in and how long did you serve?
Army and National Guard.
Yeah.
I did the regular Army in 89 to like 92. And then after 92, I went to the Guard,
Yeah. And then what were your jobs? What'd you do? What they have you doing?
I'm Japanese. I'm Jamaica. I got so many jobs.
That's amazing. And Angel, you were in how long?
Yeah, it was good. Just a short 4.
Just short for you were a Marine, right?
I don't like bragging, man. Everybody gets all tight about being in the Marines, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, I say this. Shout out to the Marines, but if I had a chance to do it all over again, I think I probably would go to the Air Force. I like the business aspect. There's different qualities there that I enjoy more. When I first went into the Marines, I'm gonna just keep it real. I was just trying to be hardcore. I wanted the blood stripe. Right. I wanted the look, and not to mention, it was the hardest act besides a Navy SEAL. So it was just like I was being that tough guy. Nobody in my family was ever in the Marines. Everybody did Air Force or Army. So it was just a great thing. And shout out to the Marines. Hoorah.
Yeah.
Once a Marine, always a Marine.
And I'm assuming based on your answer, you were Air Force.
Absolutely. So I was Air Force, and mainly because everyone in my family prior was. So my dad was Marine, my uncle's Marine, all of his kids are Marines, female, male cousins, everyone's Marine. I was the first and only Air Force so far, and then I just had a cousin join the Army. But I tried to talk him out of it, but they threw like 20 grand at him.
How do you say no to that?
How do you say no to that? You know, but
I wouldn't.
You're 18 years old. You're like, yeah, I'll do whatever
Times
you
are
want to do. No, I did 13 years Air Force. This was my first duty station here, Cheyenne, Wyoming, and it was one of those things. I hated it when I was here. I was 21 years old. I came from Houston, and I absolutely hated this place. But I didn't get out my house, right? I didn't do anything but party and drink. I didn't do any of the outdoor stuff. I didn't venture into Colorado. I didn't do anything, right? So then I met my wife right before I left here, you know, and I got down to Shreveport, Louisiana, and I hated it, right? I absolutely hated it. And the only thing,
you love it?
And the only thing I could think about was, damn it, I did not take advantage of Wyoming. So when I got out, the first thing I did, you know, we moved back here and we was like, let's move back and maybe we'll look into some houses in Fort Collins. And then that was 2012 and we're still here. So, you know, and we love it here. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
And that's great. So tell me more about. Well, let's talk about the 5K first.
Yeah.
So the 5K is on the runway, which is amazing.
It is.
If you want to run on an airport runway, that's just incredible.
That's fine.
With all the planes and everything, it's going to be cool. What day? When are we doing it?
It's August 26th, so it's the same day as Edge Fest. But the good news is we're doing it in the afternoon.
Nice.
So
Let's
you can
go.
come, you can run, you can have some pizza and hang out, and then you can head down to Edge
That's what I was
Fest.
going to say. And the thing is that then you can lose all of the calories you will then gain at Edge Fest from the heavy
it's like
drinking.
pre-gaming it.
Yes.
It's like it didn't happen.
Exactly.
So you go get a nice workout in, take
That's
a
it.
shower, and then go to Edge
And then go to Edge Fest. It's perfect. So then, and tell me more about the foundation itself. So it's meant to help veterans, active military, their families.
Absolutely.
Specifically, just in any way possible.
Yeah, absolutely. We are busy right now compiling a whole list of resources for people. And this is actually broke down statewide, county, and then city level. You guys give everything. We need to be able to give back. And a lot of our people that we actually have on the board are retired military. We have some that are current military. So they know what it's like. They know what it's felt like to be alone and, you know, not have your family there with you. And how terrifying is that, you know? I mean, I call my mom at the most minor inconvenience in my life. Yeah. I'm like, can you believe what this hag said to me today? You know, she's like, oh, it's okay. But when you don't have those kind of things, you know, we are going to be there for these people to give back only a portion of what they've given for us.
Absolutely. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. That's great. And it's Rise.
So
it is
what
Rise.
I will say is Saturday, August 26th, WyOriginal challenges Cheyenne and the whole Wyoming, if you're listening, to rise and hit the runway.
I think you guys should be there. You can broadcast from there.
Oh, so are we invited to do that?
Absolutely you are.
So I guess we have a day. You know what? And I think, you know what's so cool about this? I think this is the day before the We Got Your Back.
No way. Are you serious?
We Got Your Back, I believe, is the 27th. So it'd be nice to somehow incorporate We Got Your Back, making sure they're there. I'll promote this through the barbershop. We deal with a heavy military crowd. And then We Got Your Back is the following day.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
Jay,
that'd be great.
so if you're not familiar, We Got Your Back, that's Angel's amazing nonprofit that he's got, giving backpacks, haircuts, just
backpacks with some full supply kits
backpacks with full supplies, the haircuts done up for any kids who need it before school, food,
They did
ready to go,
clothes,
shoes, all of it.
Whatever anybody wants to donate, and we're going to get more into this to get more volunteering because honestly, you need a founder and you need a creator for everything, right? But once we get that going, it takes everybody's piece. So just like what you guys are doing, it takes everybody to make this possible. So, yeah.
Well, why don't you sign me and 93.7 KAZY up to help you with that too? So we can get you in there. We got a deal.
People helping people.
There you go.
This is what we're here for.
This is a WyOriginal moment, home away from home and from home.
Yes.
There we go. So we got. I guess we just got. Look, I'll put the stick on for you. we lit. We lit. What's up, Johnny? What you got?
When we got started with this, when we got started with the backpacks, we didn't have none of this. We had line for the haircut and stuff like that. But we didn't have sponsors and stuff like that and run around.
But my goodness, getting a kid ready to go back to school, it's ridiculously expensive. And unfortunately, like, we're living in a time where, like, these kids, if you don't have the nice, cool things, you're going to get tormented and you're going to be picked on. And that's terrible. And growing up is hard.
It does suck. And, you know, like, even when we were doing the backpacks, we didn't want it to seem like, you know, you got that backpack from We Got Your Back and then you get picked on. We try to get we don't try to do that. Let me change that. We do. Things, you know what I mean? But we were doing the best effort to do the best backpacks, quality, so everybody looks like this is not just a hand.
It's just a backpack.
Mm-hmm. This is I belong. I'm here. My community got my back, and feeling good going to school for the first day.
And we talked about this like last year when you did it. Like even you know, you got a job interview coming up. What's the first thing that you think? Gotta get a haircut. Gotta get a haircut. It's the first impression. You know, you setting the standard for whatever it is. Hopefully, if you get the job for your community there. So for a kid to have a fresh cut or fresh braids, because they did braids as well.
Oh, braids as well. So shout out to Lolly and whole crew that comes out there from Ethnic Hair Care. Like,
fingers never stopped moving for like 5 hours straight.
Man. and it just, you know, talking about We Got Your Back, not to take away from the 5K on the runway with Rise, I feel like it's the same type of due diligence, you know, and help, give back, and just show love. So the 5K run is just like We Got Your Back giving the backpack. It's come run with us. Let's build something.
The cool part about this 5K too is it's actually a fun run. So we're not going to do like a timed thing. No one is going to feel like, I'm not going to get my ass out there and run and like, come on.
As it says, lace up your shoes and walk, jog, or run with us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as we come together as a community, that's what we need to do is be one community here.
That makes it even easier when I cross first then.
Yeah.
Y'all have fun.
No competition.
Y'all have fun. I'm going out there to win. I'm going to time myself.
I'm walking.
What's that?
Can I bet one of them for the beginning?
I guess, yeah, if we want to put some bets down, why not?
Listen. Y'all talking big. I'm gonna raise the stakes. You said you want us to broadcast live. I say we broadcast live while running. Just all four of us with a microphone. I'll be holding this whole thing in my hand.
I'll hold your water.
You know what?
Right?
Honestly, this is a nice event to bring my family out,
Absolutely.
my children, and I think this would be great. You know what I mean? My whole family, we're veterans. My wife's a veteran as well, so I think it'd be good for us to be out there.
So this is the inaugural event. WyoOriginal would love to be there. I think it sounds like we're all going to be there in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
I think we need.
We'll be able to show
we
up.
need to make this an effort to do for sure. I think it'd be great.
And listen, I'm gonna jump on Dom's soapbox real quick.
Let's
just
go.
become my thing. I'm gonna make this one super quick. I have to stand on a soapbox so that everyone else can see me.
We can see
so that
you.
I'm
It's
the
okay,
same
buddy.
size as others. No, listen. Yeah, exactly. Dom. He's got every time I walk in, they're like, "Hey, Dom." Anyway, no. This is the thing. This right here. This is what community's all about.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, and this is my thing, and you hear me say this every single week, but like the TV, the news, social media, it's just nothing but look how bad things are, look how bad things are, look how bad things are. F that. Turn it off. Look how good things are. Mm-hmm. We got one person doing something amazing for the veterans. We got one person doing something amazing for the kids. We're going to team up. We're going to take two forces, join them as one. And then we're going to go hang out and have free concerts at Friday nights on the Plaza. Life is good, and we're all doing good things to one another. And all we ask is that you just come join us and share in the goodness. That's what it's all about.
That's it.
Rise up.
I'm so excited for this, guys. And then on top of the 5K, I mean, this is a little bit further out, but we are going to be putting together a holiday dinner as well for veterans, military members, and their families. So, of course, that's a little bit further out. That's going to be probably right after Thanksgiving.
The dinner?
Well, we don't know.
I got somebody.
All right, my
Look
dear.
at that.
I got somebody.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's
like,
Maureen and
of
chicken
course,
wings, right? Because we were talking about how we all need.
Don't give my cum greens and onions.
I mean, we always can have Maureen doing something for real. We can always have Maureen on the cooking for sure. Might need to reach out to my guy CJ, Ribbon Chop, because you know Ribbon Chop loves being part of the community. Even though, you know, I feel like they're mom and pop. but they're growing. You know, they're franchised out through Wyoming, Montana. But CJ and the Ribbon Chop crew are pretty good with always wanting to give back and help out in times like this. So
we need all the help that we can
Looking
get.
at you,
There's a lot of
CJ.
mouths
yeah,
to feed.
CJ.
Looking at you.
No, honestly, I think he would love to be a part of
Wherever.
that and the Ribbon Chop. I mean, however they can help out.
Yeah.
And I'm just throwing that out there because, you know, here we go with this community, keeping our community rising with our community. So
Yeah.
I just put that out there, and we'll see how it goes. I'll give him a personal call myself,
Awesome.
but let's see how we can make that
Thank
work.
Yeah, big exciting things.
That's
going on.
great. Well, that's you got anything else on the 5K, which is super exciting?
I just want to stay right here because I already know where we're going.
Well, let's should we okay, we got
Not yet. Speaking of giving
I got a
back.
few more minutes. I got a few more minutes.
A few more minutes. Speaking of giving back, they have Boys and Girls Club. As you guys know, we do Dance with the Stars every year, and they have announced the lineup. I'll give you the lineups right now. We have Ray Galagos from Hub International. He's paired with Heather Hansen from Onavant Studios. Let's give it up for them.
Nice.
You got Mr. Jeff White from Wyoming Workforce and Cheyenne City Council. He's paired with Michelle Ortiz from Act 2 Studios.
Nice. Let's go.
You got Mr. TJ Ford from Assistant United States Attorney. He's paired with Elizabeth Roof of Onavant Dance Studio.
Let's go.
You got Misty Woods from Number One Properties. She is paired with Troy Selden of Dance Spirit Dance Studios.
Nice.
Miss Tara Nethercott, Crowley Fleck, PLLP and Wyoming Senator. She is paired with Dave Yaquedes.
Yep.
We're going to go with that. Dave Yaquedes of Dance Spirit Dance Studio.
Let's go.
And last but not least, we have the winners, Miss Taylor Albert from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Wyoming, paired with some guy named Jared Burton of Act 2 Studios.
Gosh, here we go again. Why does this feel like I knew that was coming?
So you just,
I just knew it was coming. Like,
Stay tuned. This is the beginning of a long, long line of me talking shit for the next 4 months.
Oh boy.
Until we kick off in September. No, but I do look forward to it. It's always this will be my third time doing it. It's always a good event. I always have a blast. We always raise good money. Last year we were close to $100K that we raised for the Boys and Girls Club. So if you want to support, if you would like to be a sponsor of any of these teams, especially the winner team, me, please reach out. Let us know if you want to donate, whatever it is. It's $1, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is. Please reach out. Let us know. There'll be a lot more ads and videos and trash talking and all kind of stuff that come out. We like to keep it interesting and fun, so be on the lookout for that.
Facts. Nice.
I listen, okay. I just want everybody to know at this point two things. One, we're going to be doing. I think we should save church announcements for the very end because we have a very, very special announcement that we get to actually break right here on WyOriginal. Nobody else knows about this, but we got permission to break it first, which is unbelievably exciting. But before that, JJ, I'd like to welcome you to what we call family therapy around here.
I need it. I'm excited.
Well, yeah, it's not what you think. Here's what it is. What you're about to see is you're about to see Jared and you're about to see Angel really work out some deep-seated aggression about their differences when it comes to something very important that we all care about, which is the National Basketball Association of America. Now, to catch everybody up, hold on, I'm gonna do the announcer voice. Johnny, you with me? Ready? Oh, and as we were last coming in from the NBA Sports, we had Angel over here who had the Lakers favored over one of the bands. He was also going for the New York Knicks. Now, the entire time we had Jared Burton, who just, let's be honest, hates LeBron James. He just hates LeBron. He doesn't like any of it. He's been against it all the entire time, and they've been going back and forth. Now, last time we had Angel with a large victory because of LeBron's massive upset over
The Warriors.
last year's champions, the Warriors. And now, Who wants to say it? What happened to them Lakers? What happened? What happened?
Well, let him talk.
Let me before I start. I do want to give him credit. So this is not a 100% burn on Angel.
It's not.
I do want to give because he said it's either the Lakers or the Nuggets. That's what he said.
But I also said my first pick was Denver.
He did.
Yes.
But if LeBron went, there's no way.
But if y'all don't know, Angel also cuts my hair. This is how this whole idea came about. So last Thursday, the Nuggets were up 2-0. And what did you say when I walked out the door? He said Lakers in 6 is what he said.
I did say that. I did.
He was about 6 games short because they didn't win anything.
What do you think about that?
Are you done?
Go ahead.
All right, 'cause listen, man, listen. Now I know exactly how I feel to be a Laker liking LeBron. Now I know. I feel like LeBron right now. I had his back.
Oh my God! Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
See, this is why.
Listen. This is serious, man. The man still can't get his flowers. Still cannot. Now listen. There's no excuses. It is what it is. They call this a flopping era. It is.
It is.
You can't just give LeBron all the credit. You know what I mean? All these travels and all these, he don't deserve this and that, right? So do we blame the players or do we blame the organization?
We blame the organization. Here's the difference though. And then we talked about it's not that I don't think LeBron is good. It's not that I'm not giving him his flowers. But you guys want to crown him when I don't think he's done anything that deserves to be crowned.
Okay.
That's the shit. Wait. That's the shit I'm talking about right there.
I want to hear it, Johnny. Hit it, Johnny. Come on. Come on, Johnny.
Security.
Listen, LeBron had a phenomenal season.
Okay.
He had a phenomenal playoffs. He had a phenomenal game 4. Literally, he is top 2 and he is number 2 behind Michael Jordan. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. So
argue to disargue. This is the thing, though, right? Okay, so we have a number 1 seed and an 8 seed in the finals. That's number 1 Denver, number 8 Heat.
Okay.
The Lakers were number 7.
Yep.
Why did they make it as far as they did if they weren't good?
I didn't say they weren't good.
My thing is, you had the Nuggets, who I said was number 1.
Yep.
And the only reason why I picked the Lakers is because of LeBron. I'm not a Laker fan.
I know that.
So this is my thing.
This is my thing, right? This is a LeBron discussion.
Yeah, this is a LeBron discussion.
Sorry,
So
hang on real
for
quick.
me,
JJ, you okay? Are you all right?
I'm
For
a
me,
little concerned. I
this
don't
is-
know if I should just back up.
This is the
I'm waiting
thing.
for like arms to like smack me in the nose.
This is the thing. Denver, I mean, they were missing Jamal Murray, Porter, Gordon majority of the seasons
Right.
as they were going, right?
Right.
Kobe destroyed Denver every year when he played.
Facts.
I understand why it's so exciting because you've never had this before. You know what I mean?
But Denver never had Joker before.
No.
About this year.
Listen, but this is my thing, though. Denver is a phenomenal team. I'm not taking that from them. I'm not just crowning LeBron. I think he deserves it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the man's put in work, right? I mean, 20
100%.
years. We can't – I could say things about Jordan right now, right? You know, people say things about Jordan. He was a rude guy. He was disrespectful. Could he have lasted 20 years? Could he have lasted 20 years at this resilient effort?
20 years with the best.
When my man went to the
advances.
Wizards and got shook by Iverson, it was time to retire.
20 years with the best medical advances known to man, playing no back-to-backs, sitting most of the season. So yeah, it's easy to play 20 years that way. So I don't care about the longevity. It's what you do in the amount of time that you played.
So you get the all-time scoring for no
Amazing.
I mean,
you supposed to do
Of
that
the
for 20
league.
years. You
Of the
supposed
league.
to.
but he did it the fastest. He got to 30,000 the fastest.
100%. You're supposed to, again,
He took the Cleveland Cavaliers, the first sweep. How do you expect LeBron James going to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers with the squad he had? Name 5 of those players on that team.
J.R. Smith.
No. I'm talking about the first Cleveland appearance with the Spurs, the primetime Spurs, Ginobili, Parker, Duncan,
Andre Iguodala.
Popovich wasn't even looking like he was old, but he was still old.
Look,
Come on, bro.
All right,
Let's just be clear. This man has been doing
I'm
this.
seeing veins pop out of Angel's head. We're gonna give final say here.
Yeah, no, it's cool,
And
but
then we
look,
gotta go.
Jared was right at the end. But I was also correct as well.
He was correct.
So I had Denver #1 all the way. LeBron was there. I feel like we were both right. So thank you for giving me my props.
Absolutely right. He was
starting
absolutely
off
right.
correctly because. But you're right. Everybody don't want to crown him.
I'm a LeBron hater, and because of that conversation right there is why. Because I think he's amazing, absolutely. And I think if you said anyone else is a #2, they'd be like, "Yo, that's big, thank you." But you say LeBron's #2, and all of a sudden it's like you shot Abe Lincoln, and everybody's all pissed off and shit. And I'm like,
I won't be mad at #2. You know, Jordan. I mean, who did that? Nobody has done what Jordan's done. You know what I mean?
That's my only point.
And I think a lot of people haven't done what LeBron's done.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
still playing.
Listen, I'm going to chime in here because, as we all know, I watch more basketball than anybody. And here's the deal, okay? 2 things. One, I have to give LeBron tons of credit because, as you even said, he balled his ass off that game. And also, can we just appreciate, okay, LeBron's 38 years old, okay? I am 34 years old. LeBron is playing against all these young dudes, right? Now, here's the thing. He was kicking ass. I think he was the best individual player that game. I mean, he was just tearing it up. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I play basketball against my 11-year-old sons at 34 years old, and I can't breathe. Like, we'll be like, all right, let's ball. And I'll be like, come on. Like, I'm soaking up so much air. And there was a moment when LeBron played 48 minutes, and I was like, I saw how tired he was. And I was like, I get it, LeBron. Like, let me tell you something. Like, I shoot a jumper, and I wheeze for a week and a half. I don't know how you can do it 4 years older than me. But here's the most important point that no one's talking about. I have figured out the Lakers' problem. Everyone's like, what's the Lakers' problem? What's the Lakers' problem? I found it out, and it's got nothing to do with basketball, but it fixes everything. What we need to do is take that extra tuft of hair in between Anthony Davis's eyebrows and put it on the back of LeBron's head. And then you see what I mean? All we need to do, you just take this little bit of hair and then give that to LeBron. It has nothing to do with their game, but it would make things even, and that's all I'm trying to say.
Well, look, man.
There's a lot trending on Twitter that says that LeBron would have won 6 championships already if he'd have let his hair go like Jordan did. The reason that he keeps losing is because he's trying to hold on to it. Just embrace the ball and just go.
I'm going to leave it like this, man. The reason why I know this man's great is because the conversation is still relevant and he's not in the finals.
You think
so you have to.
From USC, he gonna lead to the Lakers a year or 2 years?
It depends, man.
I don't know.
That's a far-fetched maybe. I mean, who knows how that's going to work out. But not to cut you off, Johnny, look, NBA does a great job every year. Yeah. We got the best teams doing it. LeBron's still relevant even though he's not going to the finals. You know what I mean? Yeah. You have to beat the best to constantly beat the best. Yeah. So shout out to the NBA, shout out to the great, shout out to the Heat and Denver Nuggets.
I was about to say, and even though fair weather as it is, I think we can all say go Nuggets, right?
I'm going to keep it a buck. I said they was going to go.
Yeah. I'm rooting for him. I'm going to pretend like I was with them the whole time. I'm going to pretend like the whole thing.
I'm not going to say it's my team, but when you're watching it, I mean, they had the best run. But, you know, out of all of this, at least the people we're talking about value their careers and don't want to keep getting caught with guns. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
right, absolutely.
I'm kind of disappointed with Ja Morant on the second flow. Of just like, bro, like you're fumbling your bag.
It's
fumbling your bag. It's killing me.
We're only 4. This is our 5th episode. We're only 5 episodes in.
Yes.
And in that time, 2 of those episodes have been dominated by Ja Morant. So that means 5 episodes in, 2 of them you've done some dumb shit. I don't understand it.
It's just crazy how you fumbling your bag, bro. Nike don't want nothing to do with you. You're losing your money. You probably get suspended for the whole season. Possibly getting kicked out the NBA. I mean, what is? I just don't get it.
Go ahead.
Well, what I will say though, and I think this does wrap it up. This ain't even a joke. There's been a lot of ultra talented players who have messed it up. Namely Allen Iverson, right? Yep. Like Allen Iverson should have been up there with Kobe and in the conversation, but he didn't have any discipline and he threw it all away because they got so much talent and that's what they ride on. But what I will say about LeBron is I think the reason he's had so much longevity and he's in the conversation for so long is because whatever you say about that dude, he is super duper disciplined.
On and off the court.
Right?
On and off the court.
Because even Jordan had a gambling problem.
Yeah.
He smoked cigars and drank all the time. Like, give him his props for being a competitor. But
Derek Jeter record, man.
But LeBron,
Derek Jeter caliber.
Give LeBron his props, man. As a father, as a husband, as a entrepreneur and philanthropist. Like, above and beyond, I think if we talk about career and everything that it encompasses, even off of the court, LeBron is definitely number one. I don't think we had any drama other than him, with the whole China thing.
Well, good, man. I'm glad we agree on
We agree on that.
I mean, it might not be on the court.
JJ agrees.
It might not be on the court.
Much better.
It might not be on the court.
Tell him what you said right before we started the podcast. You don't like LeBron either. Tell him.
That's exactly not even close to
It's perfectly okay. I deal with it on a daily basis in the barbershop. It's perfectly okay. So, I know. We don't have too much time.
Right.
And, I'm very thankful JJ's on the show, and I don't want to exit without giving her a proper exit as well. But I do want to touch on something.
Yes.
Quick.
You got some important something.
So this isn't the church announcement or nothing. It's more community concern. And this is coming from WyoOriginal. This is coming from me listening to people. And a lot of people have been coming to me like, you have a voice now, Angel. WyoOriginal has a voice. And, not that the news ain't doing a good job or the Tribune, but we have a nice voice and a nice cast of people to help us. So in respect to the families, I don't want to say names, but it's just been happening too often. Like our youth are killing our youth. And we're losing our youth, whether they're dead or they're behind bars. And it's just happening too often. Not saying we don't have enough to offer our youth, but if we have enough guidance as leaders in our community or ways to help. And I know it's hard. Everybody doesn't have these supports when they get to go home. And these kids don't have all these other things other kids do get to enjoy and get to be privileged with. But we have to do something about our future dying behind guns, violence, to either a funeral session or behind bars. And it's just happening way too often. And I'm noticing it too. I have kids. They're going in. We're in the same community. Our kids are going to school with each other. Us parents need to do a better job. Even if we are, go a little above and beyond a little more. Help the ones that don't have as much. I mean, I don't know what we can offer or what we can do to reach out where people can come together and we find a solution for this problem, because we're losing our youth and it's terrible. And it's behind these guns. It's behind violence. It's behind, most of the time, it doesn't even make sense. And, the fact that I got kids going in this community is just kind of terrible that, I keep seeing this happen, and it's just hitting too close to home. So a lot of people were like, please say something, Angel. We want people to understand that this isn't okay. So
absolutely. No, I absolutely agree. One of the biggest things I think for me, and it always has been, like, one is education. I think that, and I think I told you this, we can solve 80% of this country's problem with proper education. And I don't mean this as like a bad thing, but like our generation, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. We've already made our minds up. We stuck in our ways. We know what we know and we don't know what we don't know. But our kids and their kids, they're going to be the ones that make the difference in, how this country looks 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the line. But the second thing...
Yeah, can I say something?
Hold on. Let's finish this first.
And the second thing is mental health. And coming from a black community, there's no such thing as mental health. Mental health is, you go in your room, you slam the door, and you yell on your pillow about whatever your mom or your dad did. But so it wasn't a thing that was explained to me or that was brought to me, that there was places that you could go or there was people that you could seek out to talk about, to discuss mental health. It wasn't until I got into the military, where I knew people that had PTSD. My father was a Marine for 28 years. And I watched that man go through things, and I didn't know how to help him because I thought, hey, that's normal, but it wasn't normal. But even as a veteran, just because he let the color of his skin, because it was a thing that was outdated, or even almost economical, because poor people don't do mental health, it's stuck in our heads that, you have to be either you have to be a certain race, or you have to have a certain amount of money in your pocket that you can seek out mental health. But I feel like, in 2023, it's not as taboo as it used to be. Like, if you need help, there are so many avenues now, not even just for the children that we're talking about, but for their parents, that they can seek help. If you think something's wrong with your child, if you're not sure how to address it, you don't know how to talk to them, there's so many avenues that you can go down, that you can talk to, that you could find the right people that could get you, your family, or your children some help, And I don't have the information in front of me, but I am a big advocate for mental health. I'll make sure the next podcast that I'll have that information in front of me that I could provide to all of our followers out there and anyone else that needs it.
Like I said earlier, we were busy compiling that list of resources right here in our community. I will get that to you as soon as we get it. And then that way you can share it too, and that would be statewide.
That'd be a blessing, honestly, because it's just happened. I mean, in the last few years, as the months go, it's like people are like, oh, we just lost somebody, and then everybody's mad at the person that's dead.
Right.
I'm mad at the whole situation. These kids are behind bars for the rest of their life as well.
Yes.
So we just lost our future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's happening way too. And it's good kids.
Dude, here's the thing. I mean, we're all from. We've all spent time somewhere else, right? You got your Houston, New York. You said Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I didn't know that's brand new. Alabama. And I spent 10 years in LA, right? And when I was in LA, that's what I did, is I taught anger management in the prison system of LA. And these are people who are behind bars, like for the rest of their life, you know what I mean? And one of the things that I was so grateful for coming back to Cheyenne was, like, my son grew up in Los Angeles from the time he was 2 to the time he was, 10 years old. And the joke was, like, he wasn't allowed to leave he was going to hold my hand in a public grocery store until he was 35 years old. Like, he was never allowed to let it go. And I mean, we lived on a gang initiation street, we saw kids shooting up stop signs and all this stuff. And the thing was that when I moved back to Cheyenne, I saw it through his eyes. I saw it through my son's eyes, which was, he was like, wait, I can go just play outside. You don't have to watch me. I can go play. Yeah, exactly. And there's grass. Yeah. But he's like, I can go play in the front yard. Like, we don't got to worry about, or like, we'll go to the store, and he'll go, can I just go to that aisle by myself? And I'm like, yeah, you can. Like, it's not like in LA where where I need you by me all the time. And the thing is that I think that we can take that for granted here in Cheyenne. And also, when I was working with those folks in prison or the kids in juvie, the interesting thing was, to a lot of them, they didn't feel like they had any other choice than that kind of life, right? Like, there was nothing else. Like, this is what they got. Like, I remember the first time, this gets real deep, but it's true. The first time I taught in juvie, there were these 2 dudes having a conversation about each of their brothers getting stabbed. And they were having the conversation like we have conversations about what we're having for lunch, like, oh yeah, I remember the first time my brother got stabbed, and and all this. And my point is that here we're very lucky in living in this small town where there are a lot of options and there are a lot of resources. And whenever you do anything with a gun, whether it's to yourself or to someone else or any violence in general, what it is it's a it's a permanent choice to a temporary problem. You know what I mean? Like, whatever that problem is, I bet you, even if you got beef with somebody, if you're going through some really, really hard times, mental health, whatever you're dealing with, I guarantee you, if you give it some time, it might feel like forever, but if you give it some time, it's going to pass. But if you make those choices in the moment like that, then you just sealed your fate and their fate and all this. And so I hear you, man. I'm glad you brought that up.
No, I needed to be brought up, and I'm glad I brought it up. I'm glad I listened, and we all voice. You know what I mean? We're a voice for our community. So I guess I'm challenging the community to be better listeners to our youth when they are going through something, and not just look at it like, hey, you're going to be all right. If they do need help, find a way to, if there are family feuds in this community, as an adult, be more responsible to lower that tension down, because it's not their problem anymore.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So I think we just need to do a better job. Is we've all been through things. We've all went through this walk of life where we made a decision and we've changed.
Yeah.
So I think I just challenge parents, our community. We need to change for our future.
Absolutely.
If we want these to be our future leaders, our future councilmen, senators, doctors, future barbers, radio hosts, comedians, you know what I mean, Johnnies. We need to do a better job by making sure that we take care of them.
We're all here because of, I'm sure, I can't speak for all of you, but I know I'm here because of role models that help me like avoid, some of these pitfalls that a lot of these kids and John Moran apparently falls into, But I mean, we want to be those role models, to help kids get out of whatever pitfalls and everything. Because if we don't the bad people that we don't want to will. They will absolutely
I
be
will
there support.
offer this as just my part in my play. If any children are watching this or kids and it's cool with their parents, if you want to hang out in the barbershop, learn something, sweep the floors, understand like some good information, and want to see what life could be about in a different perspective, you're more than welcome to come by the barbershop.
It's huge.
You know what I'm saying? And just like open your mind a little. I have children. I know how to speak. I'm getting better though. You know what I mean? I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I haven't been the best husband, the best father, but I'm still learning how to keep turning those keys and make sure them doors open. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I can offer that. You know what I mean? I'm not a counselor, but I do have some good insight because I've been through some things.
Yeah. And here's what I'm going to say too for anybody who's watching, you know, you're not powerless. And I know we see a lot of terrible stuff happen, but the thing is like whether it's domestic terrorism, whatever it is, personal, you know, any of that stuff, the opposite of it is to be loving and to be caring. And love is a verb. And we can be as aggressive about being loving as others are about, you know, being dangerous or being violent. And that means doing the stuff we're doing, you know, helping the veterans, helping the kids, doing everything with the dance and the Boys and Girls Club and just all of it. You know what I mean? So don't get discouraged by some of the negative acts of others. Instead, let's look at it and say, hey, let's actively do the opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Fact. That's a fact. We're here. We're WyoOriginal.
There you go. Reach out.
We're here. So just reach out. And we'll get all that information as far as any help that's needed on the next podcast. And we'll just keep talking about this conversation and make sure that you know that somebody does care.
Yeah, we are here. You know, so before we end, we just want to say thank you to JJ for joining.
Thank you so much, JJ.
We got a big announcement.
Oh, we do have a big announcement. Sorry. Go ahead.
Now, we brought it down. Now I got to bring it back up. This is a big announcement.
Let's go.
I'm super excited. And it's all thanks to JJ. JJ's the one who set this whole thing up. Yes, it's 100%. Do you want to do the honor?
I want you to do it.
All right, listen. So, there's been a rumor around town, I'm sure everybody's heard about it, that the lead singer of the band Five Finger Death Punch, Mr. Ivan Moody, he's moved to Cheyenne, and he's like this enigmatic figure, like a ghost. People are like, I heard it. I saw him at the mall.
They're like, I think I saw him at King Soopers.
Yeah,
exactly. You probably did.
Yeah, I bet you did, you know, and all this stuff. Well, Ivan's a super awesome dude. He's off from tour, and it is official. He has moved to Cheyenne. Not only that, he's opening up 2 businesses in town. And it's one of which is the gas station right across the street from the ESPYs, formerly the old Burger Inn. Okay. It's going to be called Moody's Rock Stop. It's going to be super, super cool. He's offering discounts to veterans because he's awesome. So veterans get discounted gas for going there.
Let's go.
But, and this is what he's passionate about. Speaking of a dude doing good for the community, he has dealt with substance abuse addiction, and he's now sober. And when he moved to Cheyenne, he realized there's no actual rehabilitation center. So he has built Cheyenne's first rehabilitation center.
Shout out to that.
And check this out. For the grand opening, it's going to be July 1st, Saturday, July 1st, for the grand opening of the rehabilitation center and Moody's Rock Stop. He's going to be there, and we're essentially just throwing a party for anyone who wants to come. There's going to be food trucks.
Let's go.
There's going to be live bands. There's going to be murals being painted. He's going to be receiving some honors. They're going to be doing the ribbon cutting. He's going to announce that, and not only that, he's going to be giving away tickets to see them play for free at Cheyenne Frontier Days. But the biggest thing is that he just wants to say, hey, I'm not just some big rock star who's buying stuff up and never gonna be here. Yeah. He's like, I love this place. I've made the choice. He's made the choice to make it his home, and now he's gonna be like straight up. He just wants to introduce himself to the community. Say, what's up? Come hang out with us. Come meet me. Come talk to me. I'm one of you now. And it's super, super exciting, and we get to announce that first right here on WyOriginal.
That sounds to me like a WyoOriginal home away from home.
That's right. That's right. And I got to say, this is all thanks to JJ.
You know, that day I got this crazy phone call, and I was thinking, am I being punked? Like, what the hell is going on? And this woman on the other end of the phone is telling me, Ivan's coming to town. Do you know anybody that could help us and, you know, essentially be like a publicist for Ivan? And I'm like, oh my God, I know the perfect person. So I got on the phone with Dom. We met him. We met him
Gotta hang out
that
with him.
day.
Nice dude.
And let me just tell you, huge props to Ivan. I know, you know, he's battled his substances over the years. I did too. I am going to be completely sober for 7 years this August.
Congratulations.
So this is a huge thing, and it's a big thing that we fight with, I think, every day of our lives. You know, some days are easier than others, but this is huge. You know,
Shout
at
out to
surgery.
You know what I'm saying?
Terrible.
But he's such talking to him. I know he's like the lead singer of this band. They're called Five Finger Death Punch, and it's like hard and heavy. And he plays with this badass microphone that's got like this spiky design, and they're so hardcore. But dude is the kindest dude. He's so nice. He's so cool. He's so down to earth. I mean, it's so weird talking to him because he's like more soft-spoken than you'd expect.
Yes, he is. And he's just so kind-hearted and sweet. You know, that day that we met him, you walked off talking with Jackie, and this was actually hilarious to me because I was fangirling the entire time.
Yeah.
You know, we play Five Finger Death Punch a lot on KAZY. I'm a huge fan. I've been a fan for years. And so I'm sitting there playing it cool the whole time in Starbies. And then, you know, like we're leaving, and he's talking to me. He's like, you know, I really wanted to be in broadcast radio when I was younger. This is so cool. And I'm like, I'm glad you said that. I'm a huge fan. Like, and I wanted to ask you for a selfie the whole time.
Yeah. After that whole meeting, that he looks at both. We're like, you and I are just sitting there, like standing there at like kids, like this, and he just
Waving
looks at
goodbye to him in the
he
parking
looks at both of us, and he's like, you two are pretty fucking cool, and we're like,
We are? Yeah. I was like, yes.
yeah, exactly. I was like,
And then the 12-year-old genius that
Dominici
grew up.
I knew this day was coming.
and his feet grew 3 centimeters that day. Going, Johnny.
That was
Listen, this would not be a WyOriginal podcast if Johnny didn't throw something out in the last seconds to try and get us canceled. The very last seconds of the podcast.
What a sense of humor of this man.
Yeah, all jokes,
Humor.
legally jokes, all jokes.
He's finding a way to be like Dominici.
I could never be
we
like
sat
that.
here and talked just a little bit ago, and what did you call me? Greasy?
Yeah, he's like,
I don't know if that's
listen,
good or not. But then you explained it was, and I'm like, all right, I am.
Yeah, I mean, everybody gets a little greasy.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah, a little greasy. It's all right. But look, man, honestly, me personally, I think this was a great show. Thank you, JJ, so much for coming aboard.
Thank you.
It was such a pleasure.
So nice to meet you.
And yo, this is what WyoOriginal is about. So we glad you're tuning in again. Check us out. Check out the depot. Check out our valuable concerns, and we're just gonna keep coming. So I'm glad you're ready to see part 5.
Thank you guys again as we grow, and this was it. We appreciate JJ. Thank you all for joining us, and that's it for the WyoOriginal podcast. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yay, thank you.
If it wasn't for you, though. that's why it's the show. Seriously, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's okay. We just have to hurry up and run over there. It's 7:30.
Kind of went over. I didn't mean to soapbox so long, but